We're back. We're back. I guess we could just talk about the week. Well, first, I guess we could say, what day is it today? It's Sunday, and I last recorded on Wednesday. So I guess we could start with Thursday. So Thursday, I just go to my classes, whatever. It's normal. Um, and then I knock out the rest of my project. Got 100% on the project, thanks to ChatGPT. God, ChatGPT, bro. If ChatGPT had been released 4 years later, or like, after I had done all this stuff, I feel like I would be in a much better spot. Like, I feel like I don't have the knowledge of a junior computer science student. And I'm just like procrastinating the learning. Does that make sense? Like, I just put it off to ChatGPT and then it gets it right and it's whatever and I don't have to think about it. But then it's like, would it be like, obviously I should be the one learning it. I should be the one doing it and understanding it. But I just keep putting it off, and then now I'm a junior and it's, it feels like I'm behind or something. I don't know. Like, eventually when I get out in the field, I'm gonna be required to just know these things. And I feel like I don't, and I just keep procrastinating the knowledge, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know, strange. Anyways, I did the project. Project went good, got 100% on it. Did it with one of my friends, or two of my friends actually. My friends and then his friends. But also, I've hung out with them now like 3 or 4 times, so is he my friend now? I don't know. Anyways, the project goes good. I get it done. And then I go, I have plans to hang out with my freshman year friends. We're all roommates, we're all buddies, whatever. Well, actually now it's just 2 of us. 2 or 3 of us. I was roommates with 2 with guys, and then one of the guys is actually just our friend now. But we were friends with him freshman year. Anyways, whatever. Actually, the guy that's we're just friends with now, or he wasn't our roommate. He's also in CS. I have a few classes with him, and we actually have had the same project. And then so I had 100% on the project, and but I low key. Okay, this is kind of messed up. But I was like, or he hadn't finished it yet, and I knew going into it that he was gonna ask me for it. So I was like, yeah, I'm only like 80% done with it, but low key I'm just gonna take the 80% and we'll call it there, right? And then so he's like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then so he's trying to work on it and get it done, and he's also stuck at like the 80% mark and he can't get past it. He's like, we're all hanging out, it's a good time. And then eventually he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the library. Like, I can't figure this out. I thought it was gonna be like a 10-minute thing, but it's more complicated, and I'm not gonna be able to figure it out. And I'm like, bro, like I had the 100%. I got 100% on the project, but I just felt, I don't know. I didn't want to. That guy always asked me for stuff, and then so, like, class stuff. Like, he asked to sit next to me on our most recent test because he felt unprepared. Maybe he was able to look at my paper or something. I don't know. Like, he's always asking me for stuff. And it's just like, I set a boundary, but it's not even a boundary that I'm setting. It's just me being disingenuous and lying to his face that I have 80% done with it, and then I'm not going to do it. And then he ends up leaving, and then so now the vibes are kind of different because he's just gone, and it's like I kind of ruined the whole thing. But it was okay, fine, because the other, I don't know, the other 2 are both mechanical engineering guys, so they're kind of, they're in their own mess. But they were talking about like basketball. Like, they're both pretty into basketball, and I'm just not into it at all. And they're just talking about sports, and I'm like, man, my computer science friend that I would be buddies with isn't isn't here. Like, great, he's gone, and it's my fault. Like, I could have prevented this easily, but I don't know. I just let it happen. And then later, I came up with the ingenious idea. I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll send him my code, but I'll say, look what my friend just sent me. Boom. So then it's like, oh, my friend sent me the answers just now. But he was already long gone in the library, like logging in, whatever. So, and then it wasn't like the whole, I sent him a snippet, like one file, but my project relied on 2 other files to run properly. So I only sent him the main file, but there were 2 other ones that required it to run properly. And I didn't send it to him because I didn't have him. I only had my phone. And I only had that one file on my phone. So I don't know if he ever got it done. But okay, so the issue is I didn't want to get caught for sending him my code, right? Because if I sent him my stuff that required these 2 specific files that I had created just for my project, it was gonna look a little weird, I'm sure, to the graders and stuff. Like, okay, we only gave them 1 file to work with, and this guy's, I've created 2 files to work alongside it, just to separation of concerns, like proper object oriented programming principles, right? But everyone else I talked to just left it as the 1 file. So I thought it would be suspicious if I turned in like 3 different files and he also turned in 3 files. And it's like, okay, well, we'll look at your code and like, oh, okay, it's kind of similar. Like, someone's lying. So, I didn't want to have that risk. So it was fine that I just sent in that 1 file. I don't even know if he ever got it done, but whatever, right? But anyways, it was good. It was good. I'm glad I still had a good time. One of the things actually, it was just me and those 2 other mechanical engineering guys, right? We're just shooting the shiza. One of them's like, oh, can we turn on something like on the TV, like YouTube videos, Spotify, like something, anything. And then, okay, we're all high. I'll stop eventually, guys. I'll stop one day. But we're all high. He's like, can we turn on the TV, Spotify, something? And then I was like, it's kind of nice in the silence, right? Like, it's kind of nice to have nothing on. And then the other guy agrees with me. He's like, yeah, no, it is nice. This is nice. And then we actually, we talk the whole time. We talk for like hours, just about whatever, like everything, about life, about the state of the world and all this. And it's like, I brought it up later. I was like, see, now without the YouTube video or Spotify or any external things like filling the space, it lets us sit in the silence and think of things, and we're able to fill that space with our own thoughts. And we wouldn't, the space wouldn't have invited these thoughts if we were preoccupied with like music or a YouTube video or something, right? Like, by sitting in nothing, we created conversation, right? And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then, but I guess because we're high, I don't know. Like, the guy that agreed with me about the silence, like, he's like, oh my god, like he thought I had said the most profound thing, and he was like, bro, you should have been like a poet or something. And then I was like, I don't know, like, whatever. It just makes sense. And the other guy's like, yeah, well spoken. And I'm like, stop glazing me. Stop. I'm just saying words. Like, I feel like it's not that profound or that crazy of a thing, right? But apparently, yeah, I don't know. But it was great. I'm glad we got to hang out. Yeah, so anyways, that was my Thursday. And then, my Friday, I did nothing. I just sat in bed. Actually, I got up at around like 9 or something to play Terraria. and I just played Terraria all day. Like legit, I think from like 9 to 10 or 11 like p.m. like 9 a.m. to like 10 11 p.m. But in between that, actually, I don't know if you can see in the back, these, my mom got me cookies, insomnia cookies. There was like, I think there were six unique cookies, and then it also came with a little, or like a pretty decently sized thing of ice cream, like a Cold Stone cup, like a gotta have it sized ice cream cup, and so you kind of eat it like a bazooki. And then so I ate 2 cookies with the ice cream, and that was fire. But yeah, Friday legit just wasted the whole day. Um, wow, yeah, which is fine, you know. I finished my project, I finished my test, I survived emotional Armageddon with my bird not being alive anymore, and so you know what? I needed a day to just crash and do nothing and enjoy some Terraria, I guess. So that was my Friday. My Saturday, I started. Okay, so I have this idea. I've been working on this, like, we're working like on and off, like this like text adventure RPG, right? Just some like, I don't know if this is like such old like stuff my dad was into, like Zork or Wizardry, like these old games that you can play on like browsers and stuff now. I don't know. I played them a bunch with my dad when I was a kid, and it kind of, you know, it makes me wanna do it myself, and I feel like it's a good project to try and offset the Chat GPT fried brain, right? So I was working on that, and then I also, my friend texted me, the same guy I finished the project with, not the guy that asked me for stuff, but the guy that I finished the project with. He was like, "Yo, there's tickets to a Cubs versus Diamondbacks game, uh, and their student discount, and they just texted me about it this morning. You want to go tonight?" It's like, yes, bro, sure. That sounds like fun. And you know, I've gone to a few baseball games with this guy before, and it was fun, and so yeah, you know, we ended up going to the baseball game. But yeah, you know, the baseball game was good. The Cubs won. The Cubs won. It was close. I think it ended 4-3, but the Cubs won. Woo! He's from Chicago, so he likes the Cubs. And you know, I'm not a big sports guy. I mean, I know we're in Arizona and we're supposed to be Diamondbacks fans, but you know, Cubs dub. And I think they lost today, but you know what? Who cares? They went even, I think. I don't know. Sports is kind of interesting. It, it just, it's like a universal thing that everyone can talk about. Like if you're tapped into it, everyone is tapped into it apparently. So if you tap into it, it's just like a free conversation starter. Like it just seems to bring out connections and conversations in people that normally wouldn't be there. Like it makes it easier to start a conversation, I guess, and make connections with people, which is kind of interesting. And it's like I've never seen it like that before, and it's just a neat way to interface with people and to connect with them on something, I guess. I don't know. It's neat little sports thing. But yeah, that was my Sunday or Saturday. It was good. And then Sunday, today, I guess technically it's 12 now. Can you believe that? Can you believe that it's 12? I'm recording this so late. But what did we do on today? I did more of the code, more coding. We're getting through it. I actually am enjoying learning about it and you know, building something completely from scratch, even though I'm using AI to like guide me. I am doing all of the actual thinking and like building myself. So I don't know. It feels like a good cleanse. Uh, and I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy doing it, which would let me believe that I'm going down the right path, right? Like, I'm having fun with it. It's like kind of like games in a way, I guess. I don't know. So, anyways, yeah, we been working on the code thing, been enjoying it. Then I went to Trader Joe's. I went to Trader Joe's. And got a bunch of like frozen things. This was one of them. These like chicken tikka samosa thingies. Indian food. It's kind of fire. I'm with it. But the funny thing is that I came back from Trader Joe's, and then my roommate immediately came back from Trader Joe's. Like while I was unpacking all my stuff, like maybe 10 minutes later. And I was like, oh, no way, I also just came from Trader Joe's. And then she brought out these things, which is funny because I also bought these things. And it was like, strange. But yeah, just a weird coincidence, I guess. Didn't really think too much of it, but I'm glad that's like my roommate that I'm closest with. So I'm glad we were able to talk about something, because honestly, oh, I'll show you, I have a clip of of them last night, or just I don't know if it was her specifically, my roommates last night, whatever. I'll let it speak for itself. What's up, guys? Short segment. This is what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna move out. Can you hear that? These are gas, though. I will say that. These are fire. I don't know if you can tell, but there's been a lot of pauses. Just because, or a lot of cuts. A lot of cuts, I guess. I am in the middle of a Spotify jam with this girl right now. That's why there's these AirPods. But what is it? It's the same girl as last time that we're like friends, but we met on Hinge or whatever. But yeah, because after Trader Joe's, after I got back from Trader Joe's, I played in our Valorant Premier team, I guess. We're pretty terrible. Like, there's always at least 2 people on the team that just aren't any good, and then we're kind of stuck. It's hard to take it seriously. We're just there to mess around. Who cares? But yeah, after that I did some more coding, and then I went and saw this girl. And we just walked around, probably like a few miles, like almost I want to say like 2+ miles. Like I think we got over 10,000 steps in that one instance, which is kind of crazy. Like when did we hang it? It was only for like 2 hours or something, but we were walking the whole time. And even before that, I walked to get boba. And then I walked it over to hers, and then we just walked around and talked about everything, I guess. And that was good. And now we're on a Spotify jam. What's happening? I don't know. I honestly don't remember what I was talking about, but I feel like I can't wear hoods. Just a small anecdote. Like what? Maybe if I stand back here, it'll make sense. See? Like, I just look like an alien, bro. Maybe I'm not wearing baggy enough hoodies, but like, this cannot be a good silhouette, right? This is so much better. I feel like my hair is just such an integral part of my look anyways, that I can't even really be a hot guy in the first place. This was like the most unproductive one ever. But you know, we got our thoughts and our points across. Um oh, actually, I was talking to her about my bird and like being sad and having these thoughts and stuff, right? And then I don't know, it's like I feel like I should be more sad over my bird being dead, you know? Like it doesn't hit the same here than it would if I was back home and I actually, you know, was there for it, right? I feel like I was kind of robbed of that sadness. Uh but then I was also thinking like do I have is thinking of sad things wrong? Like obviously you can be sad and you have sad thoughts. But then at what point are you just like rehashing it and just bringing it up again in your head and just like making yourself sad, right? Or but then I don't want to like repress it and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm over it. I'm not sad about it anymore. I'm choosing not to think about it." And I won't be sad. And like so where does the you know what I'm saying? Like where does the balance lie? Like at what point should I is it unhealthy to stop or to continue to be sad over something, right? Or what if it's just like I haven't processed it yet and I'm still you know, I have to give myself that space to feel it, right? But then do I then am I just doing it to myself? Like you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm sorry. This one was kind of all over the place, but I hope the shorter length of it will kind of allow me to structure it better, I guess. Just to be more organized. I would like my thoughts to be more organized. Uh but still keeping the yap, you know, keeping the overall vibe the same, just in a slightly more structured way, so I can give myself time to go on these tangents and not feel like I'm running out of time, I guess. But anyways, thank you. I I really do appreciate your guys' comments and stuff. It's motivating to keep doing these, and I do want to keep doing them. And it's a driving factor. So thank you. I think I started recording at like 11 or something, and it's now 1. So I'll probably edit it and post this in the morning. But yeah, you know, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.